The following featured presentation is part of the Skywalking Network.
Hey everybody, it's Bobby Porter here. Let's have a wonderful holiday season and a terrific 24. What do you say?
Hey ape fans, Patrick Izzo here. It's that time of year again. I wanted to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year. I hope you get everything that you want in 2024. I know I'm wishing for some new episodes of Talking Apes. Hint, hint, Richard and Kevin. I just wanted to wish everybody a happy holiday, a safe holiday. We'll see you in 2024. Take care and go ape.
Hello to all you cheerful chimps, festive gorillas, jolly orangutans, and you damn dirty humanoids. I am Richard Woloski, and I want to welcome you to the Talking Apes Holiday Special. This is your Planet of the Apes podcast, where over the past 9 years, we have focused on the classic apes fandom. But in 2024, we're going to look forward to focusing on a new ape fandom, the Kingdom phase. So excited about this. Now, everyone, please say hello to my co-host. He's Holly, he's Jolly, he's Kevin Toft. Hey, Kevin.
How's it going, apes?
Well, look at you.
Yes, here we are in our festive attire. You in your sort of a Santa jester attire, and me in my ugly Star Wars Christmas sweater. And by ugly, I mean awesome.
You look great.
Gotta say that this is a great episode that we're doing, and this is our second ape holiday episode. So if you saw the first one and you liked it, you're gonna love this one. This is gonna be awesome. We got a lot of great stuff, and really the best way to see all this or really just experience it would be on YouTube and going over to our channel, because you know, if we're doing the comics, you can read along and follow along. You can see our wonderful outfits, if any, and it's just a better way to connect with things that we're talking about in the show sometimes. Wouldn't you say, Richard?
Oh, very much so. That is the Skywalking Through Neverland YouTube channel. Go over there. You're not going to, trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. Kevin and I and my sweetie wife, Sarah, we've been rehearsing this for about a week. So get ready. But before we go there, on this Talking Apes Holiday Special, we're going to continue our colorful commentary of Marvel's adventures on the Planet of the Apes adaptation series. And once again, this is a series that ran from 1975 through 1976. And we're going to break down the 5th issue of 6. And this issue is called Into the Forbidden Zone. But before we go there, we have a holiday treat for the Talking Apes out there. And when I say treat, I say that very, very loosely. Now, first of all, December is a very bittersweet month because it was on December 20th that the last episode of the Planet of the Apes TV series aired. And this was the episode Up Above the World So High.
Tonight, a man's dream of flying leads to danger when his glider falls into the wrong hands on Farewell to the Planet of the Apes.
With lurex wings, we can swoop down out of the night sky in the dark, unseen, unheard.
It's man against beast, Ape Week. Don't miss Farewell to the Planet of the Apes.
I remember sitting at my grandmother's on this little 13-inch black and white TV, watching this episode. At the very end, normally they would say, coming up next week, but this time they said, coming up next week, and they went back to the first episode. Like, wait a minute, what's up with that? No, where's the new Planet of the Apes? And I clearly remember being so confused. They were going to just repeat the whole 14 episodes. It's like, no, I watch Happy Days. I know there's like 52 episodes in a season. What's this 14? Now, Kevin, are you like me? And sometimes you're thinking, okay, what episode did Urko do this? And what episode did Zaius freak out? Where did Pete get captured? Where did we have Alan's backstory? And what episode did Galen have a girlfriend?
Right.
I forget which episode was which and where they fall in order. Well, guess what, apes? We came up with an ape-themed rendition of the 12 Days of Christmas, and what better way to remember anything than to put it to a song? Ever do this in school, Kevin? You want to remember the atomic theory and you put it to a song?
Oh,
I'd
sure.
put everything to the Monkees theme. It always worked out, which is why I was an honor roll student. So
There you
we
go.
put all the episodes to the 12 Days of Christmas. But wait a minute, Kevin. There are 14 episodes of Planet of the Apes. Oh, so we're going to give
We're
you
gonna expand a little.
the extended version of the 12 Days of Christmas with the 14 episodes of Planet of the Apes. Now,
Listen at your own peril.
there's an asterisk. Exactly. There's an asterisk here. I know that some people say that the 13th episode, The Liberator, was not broadcast during the official run on CBS 1975, but there are others who say it was. So, for the benefit of our Christmas memory song, we're going to say that it was broadcast as the 13th episode. And Kevin, guess who I called in? Our favorite orangutan, Dr. Zaius. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in Dr. Zaius. Oh, wait, hold on. His camera's not working. Zaius' camera's not working. So we're going to hear Zaius. We just won't be able to see Zaius. But believe me, apes, he's there. He just can't log on. Apes in modern technology, they just can't fumble their way through it. I'm sorry, but trust me, I can see him backstage. He's freaking out right now, but he just doesn't know how to press that camera button. Ugh.
You realize if we would have seen the ape community in the original movie advance to the part where they're having laptop computers, instead of an apple on the back, it would be a banana with a bite out of it. We never got to see that, but
no, but it was there. It was there.
Yeah, it
I like the way you
happened.
think. There's a disclaimer here. I'm not a singer. I've said that many, many a times. I am not a singer, so please forgive us. So, Kevin, how was your singing abilities?
What singing abilities?
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Okay.
Yeah, this is
All right,
going to
but
be.
you know what? I can see Dr. Zaius. He just can't log on. He's doing this. He's like, I'm a good singer. Well, you know what? We'll just see.
This
All
is
right.
going to be like the landing of the Icarus.
All right, Kevin, chug up that eggnog because here we go with the 14 episodes of Planet of the Apes. On the first episode, CBS gave to me astronauts named Alan and Pete.
On the second episode, CBS gave to me Prefect Barlow framed for the death of Urko's lieutenant, Jason.
On the third episode, CBS gave to me Urko and Alan working together before they were buried alive.
On the fourth episode, CBS gave to me Alan and Pete helping to save Polar's farm with a windmill and a baby calf.
On the fifth episode, CBS gave to me
The computer room.
Now Pete and Alan may know how civilization fell into a planet of the apes.
On the sixth episode, CBS gave to me Pete and Alan captured. They must prove their worth as fishermen or be fed to the sharks who are the gods of the sea.
On the seventh episode, CBS gave to me Alan is shot, he needs a blood transfusion. It's all up to Galen's ex-girlfriend, who is a doctor, and her name is Kyra.
On the eighth episode, CBS gave to me a lynch mob of apes killing innocent humans, a blind ape named Fauna. She falls for Pete when she thinks he is an ape, but in the end she forgives him.
On the 9th episode CBS gave to me, a blacksmith's son is in bad trouble, but to save him, Pete races a gorilla, though he may be captured. The gorilla cheats, cheaters don't win, so Pete wins the race, and the boy is saved.
On the 10th episode, CBS gave to me, Pete is a captured chimp scientist. Her name is Wanda. Brainwashes Pete. He hallucinates an old girlfriend. He finally gets some backstory. Urko wants to wash his brain in cold water.
On the 11th episode, CBS gave to me, the corrupt ape Aboro. Humans are in trouble. Pete, Alan, and Galen try to take him down. Galen steps up. He tricks Aboro to overthrow Urko. Instead, Aboro will attempt to assassinate the general. Pete and Alan and Galen feel this is too far.
On the 12th episode, CBS gave to me, Pete, Alan, and Galen are quarantined. There's a malaria outbreak in a tiny village. Alan blames mosquitoes. Will this spread? Just in case it does, Urko has an idea. Torch the village and the people. Zaius saves the day and tells Urko to go home.
On the 13th episode, CBS gave to me, the village of Borak gives up 5 humans to ape slavers. Unwilling humans are sacrificed by the high priestess. Alan, Pete, and Galen discover the priestess is making bombs to destroy the apes.
On the 14th episode, CBS gave to me, a human named Lurik is experimenting with hang glide flying, but he is captured. A chimp scientist, her name is Garcia, tries to learn his secret. Now she must be stopped.
Kevin, stand aside. This finale's not worthy of a human. Now she must be stopped. Pete, Alan, and Galen cannot let the technology fall into ape hands, or the humans will suffer dire consequences. As a matter of fact, I like the sound of humans suffering dire consequences.
Kevin, that was a blast. I don't think we gave each other enough credit for singing. I thought you sounded great.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
And Zaius, you know what? He just glitched off. He could never get himself up on camera. But you know what? He wanted to tell everyone happy holidays. He wished everyone could have seen that. That really was Zaius, okay? That really was him. I could see him backstage. But you know what? Maybe next year. But once again, Kevin, that was fantastic. I've got to thank my sweetie wife, Sarah, for really making sure that we were always, I don't want to say in key, but hitting the notes when we should hit the notes. Because without her, this never would have happened. This would have been a big, big mess.
I think Zaius is a musical genius, though.
Oh, he was good. He was very, very good.
Hey, Richard and Kevin and all the rest of my beloved simian friends. This is Anthony Palmas here in New York, eternal fan of all things Planet of the Apes. Wanted to wish everybody a happy holiday season. Happy New Year, almost. We're coming up on it. 2023 has been another mammoth year for all us apes. Perhaps the greatest news comes in the form of that new film that's going to be coming out, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, new Marvel comic series, and a new kind of respect and instant street cred when it comes to our apes fandom. So here, again, a happy holiday wish to us all. Can't wait until next April. Love to everybody. Take care.
The only good Apes fan is a dead Apes fan, except the ones that are alive.
Hey, Ape fans, this is Mark Augushowitz from underexposedcinematictreasures.com, and I just wanted to reach out and wish everyone a happy holidays, and hopefully your new year will be an Urko-tastic one.
Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lebeck from Cheektowaga, New York. I just want to wish you all a wonderful, happy holiday season and sending love and joy and happiness to everyone this holiday season. Also, have a wonderful 2024. Let's make this new year the best one, a healthy one, and a safe one. Take care and go Apes!
Hello, my fellow Skywalkers. This is Rex Gordon. And I want to say thanks for all you do. You bring so much happiness to this world. I'm at the campus of historic Blake High School in Tampa, Florida. Have great holidays. Thanks for all you do. Looking forward to more memories in 2024. And stay safe. Don't go bananas. Stay safe.
All right, Kevin. Now let's get into issue 5 of The Adventures of the Planet of the Apes Into the Forbidden Zone. And this was written by Doug Moench. Moench. I want to say it's Moench.
We're going to look that up, right?
Yes, I can't find anywhere
Someday.
that tells you how to phonetically say it. Artwork by George Tusca, Mike Esposito, George Roussos, and Tony Mortellaro. And Kevin, get this. This issue was released on April the 1st, 1976, aka
Not a joke.
April Fool's Day.
Right, not a joke.
No, I think the joke's on Zaius, who thinks that apes are the supreme beings. In your face, Zaius.
He only knows what laws are given.
That's very, very true. The artwork on the cover was done by Rich Buckler and Klaus Janson. That's a fun name to say, isn't it? Klaus Janson.
Nice shot, Jensen.
Sorry, I just went all Empire
You
Strikes
went
Back
Star
on you.
Wars on us.
Yeah,
But you know what?
oops.
That's okay. Now, the title on the title page is Fury in the Forbidden Zone. However, the issue is titled Into the Forbidden Zone. So I don't think the cover artist and the artist were really connecting, or they would have gotten the title the
Yeah.
same. But you know what? That's the least of their
Things
problems.
changed between the cover and the title page.
Right. Now here we see a fiery yellow background, and Taylor is striking a for all mankind pose, while Nova plays the fallen damsel role right behind him, and they are surrounded by heavily armed guerrilla soldiers and Dr. Zaius. And one soldier shouts, "Dr. Zaius, the humans have learned our most closely guarded secret!" And Zaius screams back,
Then open fire, soldiers! They must not be permitted to leave here alive.
oh man, you just brought this whole comic cover alive, Kevin.
I can't help it. I feel like Zaius is, I'm channeling him.
Oh, you do, and you do a very, very succinct way too. Now, I'm loving this color. This cover. It's a very dynamic cover. It's very geometrical with the gorilla in the foreground, and his gun leads over to Zaius, who points to Taylor, whose gun leads right back to the gorilla in the foreground. I love it when covers are so geometrical, and it shows you where your eye should go.
Is that a parallelogram? What's going on here?
Don't get into math, okay?
Okay, sorry.
Never learned what all those meant and why we even needed different names for those, unless you're an engineer. Now
It's making a weird shape, that's for sure.
To me, it's making a square.
But a slanted square.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, very Willy Wonka-ish square.
Yes.
Now, I love Taylor here. It looks like he's pulling one of those badass moves where he doesn't even need to look at what he's pointing at before he's about to shoot. A very Han Solo type move.
The no-look shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the no-look. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Now, I'm not sure why the artist didn't put Taylor in his Fred Flintstone loincloth. See, once again, the cover artists are not speaking to the issue artists. But Kevin,
Right.
I want to say that I love this cover, and I give it 5 out of 5 Urko helmets.
Oh, I like that. Yes, I agree. That will make it unanimous. I like the way that the first guy's yelling. I like that he's coming in total profile, right? I'm a little concerned about Zaius's outfit. Looks like he's in an evening dress or his pajamas.
Well, he's in chimpanzee outfit.
That's what's throwing me off. The
Yeah.
green's throwing me off. Not
Yeah.
a Zaius color.
If that gorilla didn't say Zaius, I wouldn't think that was Zaius. Because he's wearing
Right,
the chimp clothes.
And where's the blonde hair? Right?
Mm.
He's not a sandy blonde.
No.
He's a bleach blonde.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. But I do really love the purple gorilla color.
Oh, for sure. No, that's working. It's working for me big time. The gorillas are working. I'm very protective of Zaius, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he's not rocking the right outfit, I'm gonna notice.
As well you should. I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
He's my guy.
Now, as always, we put out the cover on our Facebook group and page and tell all the apes to go ape, go nuts with your comments. Let us know what you think about this cover art. David Braun comes in and says, did the gorillas have to say Shazam to score those
Oh.
nice threads?
He's right, but you know what? This isn't the only cover that they've been rocking the red and gold. I'm just saying, at least somebody's been paying attention for some of the other covers. They've been putting the gorillas in the red and gold on a couple other covers, I thought.
And right about now, I think DC was getting the rights to Shazam. So no crossovers just yet. Now, okay, Patrick Izzo. Let's see what Patrick Izzo has got to say about this, okay? He says, the gorilla on the left almost looks a little bit like Morbius. This guy.
Right.
Does this gorilla look like Morbius?
I was like, Morbius tones. I'll give it that.
Okay. All right. Anthony Palmas, he weighs in and says, hey, my simian homies. Okay, so first we have to deal with that grape ape on the left. Yeah, he's honing in on that purple hue as well. Clearly, he picked the wrong week to quit smoking. You gotta love a good airplane reference.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit smoking. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Right. Well, and grape ape, right?
Actually,
yeah. 2 Hanna-Barbera apes should be added to this. Grape ape and Magilla gorilla.
Magilla gorilla. Oh my goodness. Yes.
I think they missed an opportunity not to name one of the gorilla generals Magilla.
Yeah, and we really needed to see some kind of an Easter egg in there. I don't think they had too many Easter eggs way back when.
They weren't thinking out of the box like you and I.
No.
If we were there,
Yeah.
we would have made sure.
There would have been a ton of Magilla gorillas and grape apes. All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Anthony goes on and says, is it just me, or does Taylor and Nova also look like Michael Pare and Diane Lane on the poster for that mid-'80s flick, Streets of Fire? This is what he's referring to right here.
It actually reminds me of some of the old pulp comic type stuff that you would see.
You know what? Everyone sees something different. I once took a class in college called Art in the Make of Meaning, which says whatever you see, that is your truth. So everyone sees a little bit something different.
Bingo.
All right, now, Anthony Marks says, I am totally excited. Happy holidays to all the apes, those humans, and everyone on the planet. I love the videos. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much for saying that. We put a lot of work into the YouTube videos, and if you're not watching this on YouTube and just listening, well, first of all, thank you for listening. But go to YouTube so you can see all the panels and all the colors and all the examples that we're giving you, in case you don't have this issue.
So yeah, come on over to YouTube.
All right, Brian Brady, kind of he zones into what you were saying. Is Zaius using hair dye to appear younger?
There you go.
Yeah, see,
it's like a C plot,
Yeah.
right? He's having issues with getting on in years, and he's trying to, or maybe he was trying to like spy on Zira and Cornelius, and he kind of like, put some hair color in and got a green coat. And
when the supply closet got that
Mhm.
that scientist outfit.
Yeah.
Let's read a couple of more here. Rex Gordon says, I like the cover. Great colors, and the damsel in distress is doing a great job. She's living up to that damsel in distress role.
She's got it down.
But based on the clothing, who is truly uncivilized? That would be the humans, those damn dirty
Right.
humans.
Right.
All right, Mike Kasperzik, he writes, this was the first of the 3 30-cent variant covers. Now, the one here we're looking at says 25 cents.
25. Maybe where he was, it cost 30.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure where Mike is from, but maybe where he's from, they have to raise
Right.
the price, or maybe that was
Tariffs.
a comic book store version. I don't know, but I did some research on that and couldn't find the answer. I'm sorry. All right, Kevin, with that, now let's get into the story of this issue and go over the differences from the film. All right, here, let me get it up here. Let me go over here, and boom. Here, we open up on Taylor in a cell, and Nova, she's in an adjoining cell, so they're not together, which brings into question a revelation that comes later on. They're not in the same cell.
Okay, all right.
How does that pay off later on? Well, a lot of questions to come. Now, Lucius enters and tells the prison guard Julius that the male human is to be transferred to the zoo. And Julius questions, why are they doing this at this hour? So Julius, he's a smart gorilla. Lucius tells him that the anti-vivisectionist is saving Taylor from the butchers in the lab. Now,
say that 10 times fast.
I can't say it once.
Right. Yeah, once slow.
Now, Kevin, what do you think an anti-vivisectionist is?
I have a hunch.
Go ahead and say it.
That they might want something to interrupt the breeding process. That's the nicest way I could say it, possibly.
You know what? I'm going to say that they want to remove his jingle bells.
Oh, 'tis the season. Oh, Richard.
Kevin, I'm sorry I went there. I'm sorry.
You put the fa la 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 in the season.
Oh, that's a big missile no. And then Lucius goes on to say, well, if this guy can speak, if this human can speak, well, he belongs on display. So Lucius is really selling this up. All right, now Julius takes the transfer form over to a bright beam of light to read it better. Look at this bright beam of light. How close is this light source to get that hard beam?
Maybe it's the dark side of the Planet of the Apes, and that's it's refracting through the prism. I don't know.
Kevin, I come to you to answer these hard.
Okay, well, that's
questions.
what I'm saying. Is it somewhere? There's, I guess, it's something is refracting light in such a way that it's causing it to like beams of light. I don't know. Why do they keep them in the dark?
It's a gloomy dungeon. That's why.
I don't know. I hear what I say. We have movies, you have TV, you have comics, and they all have plot devices. Well, welcome to comic book plot devices.
Right. Okay. You know what? I accept that answer. All right.
Okay, there we go.
Just then, Lucius pushes Julius up against the cell and shouts to Taylor to hit him. And Taylor bumps him in the head with a clud.
Of course, he resorts to Mo Howard style, taking him out. Come here, you knucklehead.
Now, in the film, it's Lucius that bumps him in the head with a club and with a pretty hard thwack.
Right. Now they just make Lucius an instigator. He doesn't actually do the bad thing.
Right, yeah. Right? He's still a minor. Now, Lucius then explains that he was sent by Zira, and of course, they're not really going to the zoo. That was just their cover story in case they're stopped. Now, Lucius lets Taylor out of the cell, but he's not going anywhere without Nova. And against Lucius's better judgment, since Zira already said, don't take the female, just go in for Taylor. Leave her behind. Well, he unlocks the cell, and Lucius knows what's going on. You know what? He knows.
I think in the movie, we could tell Lucius was kind of hip. And when I say hip, pun intended, he was the hippie. He was the representation of hippies in the movie. So it doesn't surprise me that he gets it. He's like, okay, all right.
Now, remember that comment for later on, okay?
Okay.
All right, now, Zira waits outside and calls to her nephew, and she calls him Lucas. Not Lucius, she calls him Lucas.
Well, now wait a minute. In the Italian language, C has a ch, like Gucci. That's not Gucky, right?
Right.
So maybe she's from the Italian part of the Planet of the Apes, where the C is like a CH, or a sh.
Possibly, but at this point, Marvel has already had the script. The film has been out for 7 years at this point. You think someone would have done some cross-referencing? And maybe they got an early version of the script because there are some differences between the comic and the script. So maybe they did get an early version of the script and just didn't bother cross-referencing it to the final draft.
Or the comic book writer, like I said, was either from Sicily or had relatives from Sicily.
Okay.
I'm going to go with that.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go
You know
with
what? Once again, this is why I come to you for these
Exactly.
questions.
Hey, if you need something stretched, I'll stretch it.
Nice. That should be on a t-shirt. Remember
Mhm.
that. All right. Zira tells Taylor to get in the back of the wagon, which Taylor seems to have a problem with because I guess he just doesn't want to be treated like an animal. All right. Taylor,
A damn dirty animal.
argue later on, okay? Escape first, argue later. It's not
Right.
that hard of a 1-2 punch. All right. Zira then warns him to swallow your pride, Taylor. It won't kill you to act like an animal until we're safe. See, Zira knows she knows what's going on. Okay, she knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Taylor responds with, "It certainly hasn't hurt you to act like a human." You know what?
Oh, snap.
Just leave Taylor there. With each issue, I'm just hating Taylor more and more. Just leave him behind. Save Nova. Leave Taylor. Put that on a t-shirt too.
Nova doesn't have an agenda, though. The story would die. Right now,
She goes with the flow.
She's Taylor's arm candy at this point, but I would love it if she started talking.
But you ever see in a film where someone is being chased or in a high tense situation and they stop to talk and argue and maybe debate? Like, no! Escape first, argue later on.
Well, it also makes a good line there. So telling him to get his
That's
get
true.
his head right so
Mhm.
they can get out of there.
Yeah, but
I'm with you.
Okay, all right. Next, they race out of town and they go into a scene not in the film where they are stopped by these gorilla hunters who needs to commandeer their wagon since their wagon just broke down. And Zara says, "Oh no, you can't do that. She's got to get these 2 sick humans in the back to the vet." And we got to get to that zoo right away. That's where the vet is. I've got a mission. They're sick. You can't do this. Well, it's a coincidence here that the gorillas, they also have 2 humans who are sick in the back. And well, if you go into the zoo to the vet, you can bring our humans with you. And she's very, very quick on her feet. She says that her humans are diseased. So, oh no, we can't. We can't do that.
No, can't do that. No.
Mm-mm. Zira and Lucas, we'll call him Lucas from now on, okay? Zira and Lucas laid on thick and say that they would die in agony if bitten and they would froth at the mouth. So just leave us be, keep on moving, okay? And
Cherry on top.
The gorillas buy this and tell Zira to move along. Another guard says, "They treat those humans better than they treat us." And the other guard replies, "The only good human
is a dead human."
Ugh, cliche, right?
Is that a mantra with the guerrilla soldiers? Do they all need to say that? Because it's a good mantra from what they believe in, so it works.
Yeah.
It works. All right, now, the next day at dawn, they meet up with Cornelius. Whereas in the film, they met Cornelius about like a half mile from Ape City. But here it's like the next day they meet up with Cornelius. And Lucas he's all proud of himself and tells him that they ran into some hunters and scared them away with his rabies story. Zira then calls him Lucius. Zira, stick with one, okay?
Oh,
She's now
wow.
calling him
Tripping.
Lucius. And tells Lucius/Lucas, "Hey, don't boast like that, okay? It's not good for you." Now, maybe this is a reason here. I'm just thinking, when he's being reprimanded, is that when she calls him by his full name? Like when your mom would get mad at you, she would call you by your full name. Lucas is the nickname. Lucius, like, Lucius, do not boast like that, okay? That you are above boasting about your accolades, your stories, the way you outsmarted those gorillas.
Wait a minute. She just now started calling him Lucius again. Maybe she was using that as a fake name while they were performing subterfuge.
Okay. I think both of these work. All right.
You apes at home, let us know what you think.
All right. Just then, Taylor yells over to get him out of there. And look at this. Look at this panel in the middle. It looks like he's about to cry. He's fed up. He wants out of this. He's about to cry. So he's let out and takes Cornelius's shotgun. And Taylor says he and Nova are heading out past the Forbidden Zone to the jungle that Zaius mentioned earlier. And Zara says that she and Cornelius will join them since they're already in big trouble and have been indicted for heresy. All right, then Cornelius asks if they will find anything out there that will prove he crashed here. Zara and Cornelius, they want to believe Taylor and the whole crashing of the spaceship, whereas Zaius and everyone else is like, no, didn't happen. Cornelius, I love his mind. He really wants to believe.
Right. Scientifically, all he needs is enough evidence and he'll get behind it.
Mm-hmm. Taylor says nothing but maybe a life raft and a pitifully small flag. And he then thanks them for helping, even though they will be in big trouble. And Zara responds, "We've been in trouble since the moment we met you, Taylor." That, if there were a trailer for this issue, that would be like the last line of it. We've been in trouble since the moment we met you, Taylor.
I think that Taylor came back 100 years short, because I can look at the development of the ape society. They're doing very well with their weapons, right? I think they're just a couple hundred years away from the aqualung, and then they could go see the ship in the lake. So he's just got to, or he's got to invent scuba equipment, ape scuba equipment, or a diving bell, an ape diving bell.
Yeah, or a drone. It's all right there. You just gotta.
I'm trying to do like turn of this. Think of the old, like the diving suits in 20,000 Leagues, right? They have those, there's a couple apes on top pumping air down, and then.
Okay, all right. I was way off base, Kevin, and I apologize.
No, I'm just trying to keep within like where they're close to development wise. But yeah, hey, RC remote control computer chips, boy, we're a ways off from that. But where their society is now, they could probably get to at least some sort of a diving bell or ape diving suit. The ones with the windows on the side and the air hose coming off the top.
You know who would have these? The apes in Return to the Planet of the Apes, the animated series. Their technology was way above what we see here. So
they're so close, though.
Yeah, maybe they can hop another multiverse. And
well, if Taylor was thinking, he could design it. He lived through. He went to NASA. He went to college. He could help them figure it out, and then they could go see the ship itself.
All just possibilities. Saying. But you know what? I'm gonna still go with the drone. I love me a good drone.
Sure. We all saw Titanic. That worked well, didn't it? The drone part, not the ship, guys.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, yeah. Did you not see the end of Titanic, or the middle of Titanic, or whenever they hit that iceberg?
Oh, the beginning of it when they send the ROV into the. Yeah. That's what you're talking about, right? A drone like that. Yeah.
All right, now let's get back to the Planet of the Apes. Now Nova, she points out into the distance, and Taylor says she's pointing home. Zara then says that she's a different breed, one that will never evolve. Zara, come on.
Wow.
The girls have got to stick together. Why did you go there?
Oh, ye of little faith.
Yeah. Taylor concurs with maybe she won't, but says men like apes grow despondent without a mate. Yeah, this is definitely the 70s, huh?
Yeah. Right.
Zara.
A little Taylor psychology.
Yeah. Now, after several hours, they journey to the outskirts of the Forbidden Zone, and Lucius, we'll go back to calling him Lucius. He sees these scarecrows. Now here they are crosses with draping pink robes, whereas in the film they were the big giant Blair Witch Project X's. Yes.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, as a kid, I don't know why, those really scared me. Because they looked like they were creatures without heads.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it scared me. I definitely thought it was a different take on a scarecrow, that's for sure. And I thought it definitely felt like more of a warning than a regular scarecrow would to me. Because I guess because of the X.
So then Zara tells them that they are to scare off humans and apes from entering the Forbidden Zone.
Which clearly does not work on them.
Nope, not whatsoever. Well, a pink robe tied to a cross, not very scary.
It looks like an art installation. I don't know.
After traveling for some time, they stop for a rest. Now, get ready for a twist, okay? Nova begins to feel sick and doubles over. What could be wrong with her? Maybe she just ate a bad clam? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that there was a reason that Taylor was separated from her. Ha, ha, ha,
All
ha.
right,
Taylor,
Zara.
you dog.
Zara says that she'll take care of her since she is the vet on this planet. Well, way to
Yeah.
corner the market if she is the only vet on the whole planet. But now she's showing a little bit of this female camaraderie. Okay, Zara, you're back in my good graces.
Mm-hmm.
Then Cornelius brings Taylor over to look at the sea. Now I'm looking at this middle panel here. And Cornelius is pointing at like uh, an alleyway. I don't see a sea. Do you see a sea down there?
I don't. It looks like that place where R2 gets zapped by the Jawas in New Hope.
Yeah, so now they're suddenly on Tatooine.
Yeah. Well, hey, they get around.
And then Taylor now asks, why is this called the Forbidden Zone? And Cornelius says he's not quite sure, but it's an ancient taboo set forth in the sacred scrolls. The lawgiver pronounced this area deadly.
That lawgiver was Richard Elfman.
He's what?
Richard Elfman.
In the Forbidden
For
Zone.
you folks at home, you can Google The Forbidden Zone. Is a movie by good old Richard Elfman. Danny Elfman's first performance with the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo. Have fun, kids.
Hey, did Danny Elfman do the soundtrack to Planet of the Apes? The Tim Burton Planet of the Apes? I want to say he did.
Yes, composer Danny Elfman.
All right, there you go. There's a connection. And I bet there's a little musical connection between Planet of the Apes and his Forbidden Zone film. There's some homework
Who
for
can
somebody.
find it? Who can find it out there?
All right, now, as they begin to move on, Taylor asks Zara about the diagnosis on Nova.
Is Taylor really that dim?
She's not sick. She's pregnant. So I think
Look at that center panel.
Taylor's eyes are bugging out
What?
as she leans into his burly chest.
I can hear Scooby Doo right now. Ruh-roh.
And if you could zone in on Taylor's expression, it looks like he's thinking, maybe it was Julius, perhaps.
Wow, man.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm reading his expression. That's what it's telling
All
me.
the stuff you have to learn to become an astronaut, and you can't figure out how the birds and the bees work because that panel shouldn't exist. That panel should be
I think he knows exactly what's going on. He's
Mhm.
just searching for an excuse or
How could this happen?
someone else. So let's check Julius's DNA. You never know. You know what? We got to close all possibilities.
We'll find out in a few months, won't we?
Now, we don't really find out that she's pregnant until beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Oh.
So maybe this was something that was
Maybe they're condensing it.
this was something that they were going to do in this film, but decided let's hold off and see where this film goes. All right, now they head out and reach Cornelius's former encampment, where they all just crash. Oh, they're just tired. And
Beach party.
in the morning, everyone wakes to find a cleanly shaved Taylor. Look at that cleanly shaved face right
It's
there.
gonna be a
with his-
daddy.
with his perm.
Right?
Yeah, he's got to look the part.
Mhm.
And Cornelius offers that it makes him look less intelligent. In the film, Taylor tells Lucius that in my world, only kids have beards. And Lucius says, I don't go in for fads.
Mm.
So is he really that hipster ape that you thought he was?
That sounds even more hipster to me to be a guy because hipsters today, it's like everybody's clean shaven. I have a beard. I'm going to listen to vinyl. I'm going to use a coffee press to drink my coffee. All that stuff. Well, Lucius is right in track with that, right? He's like, I'm not into fads.
I'm not going to follow the norm.
I'm doing this other thing over here.
Follow my own destiny.
I'm going to fling my own ideas.
There we go. Some jingle bells? Is that what you're going to say? Some figgy pudding?
Right. I'm going to.
All right, we'll leave it at figgy pudding.
Yes.
All right, so now they head into the cave where Cornelius had once been on an expedition, and just then they hear horses and turn to see Zaius, and as Taylor says, and the meanest looking bunch of gorillas I've seen on this planet yet. Now they're far into the distance.
Wow.
and they're in silhouette. What is he exactly seeing?
Look, he's an astronaut with 20/20 vision, right? You and I wear glasses. For you and I, we see that as a possible challenge. But for somebody like Taylor, peak fitness, 20/20 vision.
Or maybe this Taylor here, he'd seen the film, unlike some of these writers and artists.
Or he's projecting. Yes.
Okay, they're gorillas.
I got a hunch.
Yeah, he's profiling. He's profiling.
Right.
All right. Now, Lucius then aims a rifle at Zaius, and as Cornelius tells him to put it down, Taylor says nope, and he aims his rifle right back at Zaius. He doesn't like the way this is going to turn out.
Stop right there.
All right.
Now, look at, I've got to say, now Zaius, I'm buying this a lot better, right? I can handle the pink and the yellow and the blue hair. Feeling more from the cover, right? And he's not a dye job now. He's more in line with what we know.
Yeah, but in the film, he was more of a blonde.
True, but this is working for me better than being the brown hair, and he also had that sort of different hairstyle on the cover too. This is more in line.
Yeah, it's got like a pompadour on the cover.
It's flowing, like a L'Oreal commercial or something. This I can buy. This I can take.
Yeah, on the cover he looks more like Barry Gibb.
There you go.
Now, Taylor says, if there's any shooting to be done, Dr. Zaius, you'll be the first to catch it. And Cornelius commands Taylor to lower his weapon, and Taylor shouts back, "Shut up!" You don't hear that enough these days.
He's consistent.
People
He's
just
consistent.
saying, "Shut up." That in the 70s, that was a huge comeback. You know what?
I totally remember that.
Yeah, shut up. Like, okay, where do you go from there?
That and keep trucking.
Now, shut up would shut you down.
Right.
Now, a very contemplative Zaius, he doesn't want to risk being shot, so he tells the gorillas to lower their weapons. Now, Taylor tells Zaius to command his troops to head down the beach and out of range. He does this in the movie too, and it's just to get these heavily make-up actors out of camera view, so we don't have to keep making them up. All right, Zaius turns and whispers something. Now, I really love this because you don't really know. See in the upper right?
Right.
I've never seen whispering drawn out in a dialogue bubble like this.
Me neither, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
Yeah. It really says he's whispering. Now, Zaius says he sees that they brought the female. He didn't realize man could be so monogamous. And Taylor says, on this planet, it's easy. Oh, another snap moment.
Snap, snap.
Now he just tells Zaius to keep on trucking. All right. Zaius then tells Cornelius to reconsider the rash course of action taken here. If he's convicted of heresy, then he'll get 2 years. And then what does Zaius say?
But if you persist in pointing guns in my direction, you'll hang for treason.
Okay.
'Tis the treason.
Fa la 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 la.
Exactly.
Cornelius then begs for him to check out the cave with a fabulous treasure of fossils and artifacts. Zaius then says he's seen them and they're worthless.
Zaius doesn't seem like the kind of guy to get excited about anything to do with humans. So, whereas a true archaeologist will see the value, Zaius is just, all he's trying to do is block.
Yep.
Follow the scrolls.
Yep.
Everything else is trash.
He's downplaying it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the film, Taylor mocks Zaius when he says he's seen the artifacts and thinks that they're worthless, not wanting to expand his knowledge. Like, Zaius, expand your knowledge on this. He's bringing back all these artifacts. Look at them, study them, and that he's also the chief minister of faith. And Zaius points out that there is no difference between faith and science. All right, now I can see why this wasn't in the comic, only in the film, because there's a big difference between faith and science. And to have the same person be in charge of both, it's like, hey, you're going to be in charge of guns and the anti-gun movement. So I'm not sure what ministry is watching the ministry to say, hey, Zaius, you can't be you can't head both titles there, one or the other. Pick one.
See then that's another movie where we get into the politics of the apes. No humans, just Zaius is what he's up to.
Yeah, because I didn't really see that until right now, until I read this. Even though we hear it in the film, but now reading it, it's like, oh, wait a minute, he's in charge of science and faith? No, Zaius.
See, we need a Rogue One type ape movie that kind of just goes into the ape politics, no human stuff.
That'd be more like the Phantom Menace.
Well, that was a full-blown Star Wars movie. I'm talking about connective tissue, like Solo or Rogue One. They're kind of in between stories, right?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like a Disney Plus series, Kevin. Whoa, the politics of the apes.
Disney, call us. Richard's an excellent producer. I'm an idea guy. Call us.
Yeah, we will set you straight on all things apes. All right, now before I get too overexcited about this, let's get back to the comic, okay? Because maybe we'll deal with that more in
We'll
April.
deal with Disney later.
Yep. Now, in both the film and the comic, Taylor says that he should put that statement of disbelief to the test and see what's in that cave, Zaius. See what's in that cave. He then asks if Zara and Cornelius can prove that there is evidence of another culture from an unrecorded past. Will they be exonerated? And Zaius says, oh, of course they will. We don't believe that at all, Zaius.
Right, because I'm going to judge that it isn't. So, yeah, I'll say anything.
Right. Now, as they enter the cave, Zaius tells Cornelius to present your evidence. And Cornelius points out that at this level of the cave, there's different levels of the cave. Levels aren't really separated by more than like 2 feet. But he says at this level of the cave, he discovered an early ape creature, a stage of primitive barbarism dating back about 1,300 years. And then he says he also found cutting tools and arrowheads, as well as the fossilized bones of carnivorous gorillas. So he's finding a lot there, and something that Zaius should really pay attention to, the evolution of the apes. Then in the film, he goes to another level and says he's found more advanced tools, which would go back another 700 years. So you would think that Zaius would be all over this, but the more questions you ask, the more I realize that maybe apes aren't the primitive species. So I'm surprised he didn't have this whole cave just destroyed. Oh, I think any ape soldier would love to do this.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, in both the film and the comic, Cornelius says that the more ancient the culture was, the more advanced they were. And they certainly had a good amount of knowledge in metallurgy, he says, while holding an axe. And of course, Zaius is waving off anything Cornelius says, since there is no absolute evidence. It's right there! Zaius, he's pointing to it. He's holding it. But nope. That still doesn't hold water with Zaius. Cornelius then says, but there's a doll. Oh boy, things are about to get ugly
in the
for
movie
Zaius.
was a head, right? But we get the full doll now.
No, in the movie it was a full doll that
it was a full doll?
Nova
Okay.
was playing with, yeah. So Cornelius puts down a human baby doll that we see here, and Zaius is shocked at this human doll. In the film, he just waves this off, and it's not until the doll speaks that everything changes for ape culture.
Dr. Zaius, would an ape make a human doll that talks?
This changes everything now for Zaius. But here, just seeing that baby human doll, just it blows his mind. But then Taylor says, "What's the matter, Zaius? Monkey got your tongue?" Oh, shut up. Shut up. And Kevin, unfortunately, this is the end of part 5.
We didn't get into the part where he found the glasses or anything.
No, in the film, Taylor finds false teeth and a valve for your heart and glasses. I wish they had gone a little bit more into that in the comic, but you know what? You gotta really condense everything. Just going to the baby doll, I think says it all.
Zaius can't accept one shred of that. Otherwise, it opens it for debate. If he denies it all, then he can just keep saying, "Nope, you're wrong. Nope, that's nothing. Nope, that just proves I'm right." Then he doesn't have to discuss it. If he goes, that's interesting, then that opens it up in discussion, and which he does not want.
And the possibilities of the human place in the tier of supremacy. Oh, can't have that. All right, now the next issue, the last issue in this adaptation, the shocking secret of the Planet of the Apes. Whoa.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, this next issue must be really short because there's not really much time left. All they've really got to do is tie up Zaius and find the, spoiler alert, the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
But there is that
How
whole...
many panels are they going to take up with that?
Right. Yeah, so I'm very eager to see that maybe this next issue is maybe like a pamphlet. Because not a whole lot of storytelling. But maybe they got another version of the script where we're going to see some more scenes that weren't in the film. So I'm excited about that.
Right on. Yes.
All right, Kevin, that was fun. That was fun. And I'm so glad that we're able to do these as quickly as we can.
Absolutely.
All right, so Kevin, before we close out here, let's read a few comments that were left in our Facebook page and our group. Just general comments people have been leaving. And also there's a lot of comments here about our Halloween special. So we'll read those comments in Listen to the Apes.
Listen to the apes.
All right, now Christopher Legge, or is that Ledge? Legge.
I'm going to go. I like that. Let's do Ledge.
Ledge. Okay. He says, I have just started listening to Talking Apes. What a great podcast. I started from the beginning, so I've got a long way to go, but I really like it. Keep up the great work. Also, looking forward to April.
Right. Patrick
Izzo, well, he continues with, can't wait for April 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is something. All right, Anthony Mark. And he says, I loved every second of the Halloween special. It was a great opening. Thank you, Richard, Kevin, and Bobby. It was raining all day in New York City, but you were all my sunshine today.
Oh.
That needs to go on a shirt, too.
That's lovely, yes.
All right, Anthony Pomus also says regarding our Halloween special, ape-mazing.
Short and sweet.
See, do you know who needs to be in on this discussion? Marco Goshewitz.
Right.
He always hated these ape variations of names and words. So, Mark, that one was for you.
Mark just wasn't really willing to wait around for the apex of these. We should have Mark on and Going April and just do a segment where we just hit him with everything and watch him react. We'd like tie him to a chair and use nothing but ape quotes or ape.
We'll
ape
figure
puns.
out and read from the William Shakespeare.
William Apespeare.
William Apespeare.
Right.
That was the one that broke him. That one broke Mark. All right, Mark, we're coming for you.
we could do I could read him. We could tie him to a chair and I could read him Hamlet's soliloquy as Zaius.
Oh, April has just gotten better. All right, Dean Preston says, great work, guys. Good old Bobby never lets you down. All right, so thank you to all the apes out there for listening to these last 9 years. We really appreciate all the comments and all the support you've given us. And hopefully we'll continue a more regular schedule in 2024.
I'm ready.
That does it for the Talking Apes Holiday Special. I want to thank all the apes for listening and watching on YouTube. And if you can, please comment on YouTube, because that really helps the algorithm when you comment on YouTube. So we appreciate that you do that. And once again, if you're not listening to this on YouTube, you're missing out on all these panels. I'm just saying. And gotta thank my sweetie wife, Sarah, for helping us with the 12 episodes of Planet of the Apes.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Now, we also want to thank Rob Dellinger, who composed the theme to Talking Apes. Please check out Rob's band at alpharhythmkings.com. The man travels with a full orchestra. It's really great. And then when you go in to see him, you can yell out, "Play Talking Apes!" He loves when you do that.
Right. I'm just so you know, I'm doing special things for people that are watching this, people listening. I'm not going to describe what I was doing. You'll have to come watch it.
I want to watch it back. Kevin was doing his interpretive dance.
Right.
Now, Kevin, get ready for this, okay? We are part of the Skywalking Network.
Skynet.
Sarah, was that you? Sarah?
I want to know what Sarah thinks. I want to see if she'll chime in someday.
Where you can find other great shows like the Max Effects Podcast, the Neverland Clubhouse, Totally Tell Me Everything, Star Warsologies, and the flagship show, Skywalking Through Neverland. And catch out the YouTube shows, Collectopolis and Today in Star Wars History. Hey, Kevin, any updates on Collectopolis?
In the new year, we're going to resume filming. We were waiting for the strike to be over because some of the things we were going to cover would have been struck content, but we've got plans for the new year. And I don't want to spoil them now, but Ernie and I are putting things together.
Nice.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. 2024 is going to be a big year for the Skywalking Network. Now, stay tuned for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. And until next time, this is Richard.
And this is Kevin. Now go ape.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year. And get ready for April 2024.
Go April.
How was that?
Good.
Yeah?
That was very good.
Okay.
You were even in key.
Whoa.
How weren't you in key before?
Alan and Pete helping to save.
You're going too fast. You're going too fast.
Oh. With a windmill and a baby calf. That sounded terrible.
Into a planet of the apes. Or something.
I got the hard one.
Oh, believe me, no. I get the hard ones. I made sure I got the hard ones. On the 5th episode, CBS gave to me. Like, you're really happy that CBS is giving you this.
All right. Here we go.
So Zaius just heard Shatner and says, you know what? I can do better than that. He just heard Rex Harrison's like, yeah, I can get a notch above that. Stay in Zaius' mindset.
Okay. That's what I do. That's what I'm kind of getting into, his curmudgeon-y kind of. All right. I'm going to give it a shot.
On the 8th day.
On the 8th episode.
8th episode. Look at that.
Okay.
We're at the halfway point, Kevin.
All right, so let me sing it.
I've never heard Sarah say good and me singing in the same sentence like more than tonight.
And by good, she means good enough, just so you know.
Yeah, that was good.
That's the only line that seemed a little off, but everything else was good.
That's because they're singing in that line.
That's a keeper.
Nice.
Look at you saying you can't sing.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Kevin.
Awesome.
I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, Richard, you're this one?
My hands are sweating.
Okay.
There were no bananas harmed in the making of this song.
Okay.
Woo.
I think we're done with this part.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Your part is done, sweetie.
Yay.
Your part is
Thank you,
done.
Sarah. I wouldn't have been able to make that without you.